Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here in the music room, all the way down here in Waxahachie, Texas. This is phenomenal. If you've never been here, you could look around here. There's an incredible group of memorabilia in here that would just rival any museum. I mean, this is just kind of the coolest place, you know. But it's all about music and the love of music. And I'm truly honored that I've been invited to come out here and play. And anyway. We're going to start off with one of the songs off the new High Lonesome Cowboy album, and it's called Changes. Well, he sat there on the front porch with his head in his hands, and he stared out at what he used to be, wide open land. And he'd been on this earth damn near 100 years. Now he wonders what the hell happened here. There's no prairies to ride my pony through. There's no cattle drives like we used to do. No circle of stones to hold my campfire burning bright. Whatever happened to my cowboy life? Well, he had himself a lady once when he was very young. Her hair, it was golden, like the morning sun, and her eyes, they were bluer than a big old Texas sky. These are memories he'll have till he dies. He remembers busting broncs and branding all day, driving herd through swollen springs. He'd stop and pray that all the steers and the cowboys would make it out all right, and be here in the morning to see first light. But that's all changed, and time is taking it away, and his memories are only his to fill his day. There's no prairies to ride my pony through. There's no cattle drives like we used to do. No circle of stone to hold my campfire burning bright. Whatever happened to my cowboy life? Whatever happened to my cowboy life? Thank you so much. Wow. No, sit.
You know, I don't know that we've ever had anybody that looked the part like a songwriter should look any better than you look like.
Oh, man.
You got it nailed down, man. Now, we got to meet you a few weeks ago. Helen and I did at Angela Kennedy's wedding.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
a great mutual friend. And it was good hearing you there. I'd heard about you. And, of course, I think you've only been in our world here for 45 minutes or an hour, and we've already talked about 40 or 50 mutual friends that we have. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable to me. Yeah, and I almost felt like when I met you the first time that we'd known each other.
Yeah,
You know, it seemed like
yeah.
we, and I think really in our past lives,
Maybe in the
throughout
cellar,
the years,
at
the
cellar,
music's.
too, at the cellar.
It could have been at the cellar. Yeah,
Because
that was
I mean,
crazy. I shouldn't have been in there because I was underage at the time.
you were way underage.
Yeah,
He was too.
I was barely.
you were underage even more than I was.
I was
back then.
underage, barely. Yeah. So,
You have
Yeah.
another song called Nothing More. Tell us about that.
Well, that's actually Debbie's song. I'm known for doing more cowboy and
That's his
western
beautiful
type
wife
of,
who's sitting.
music. Yeah, and like I said, and I've in the last year or so, I've been trying to step out of that box, not going away from it, but you know, as far as in the writing and stuff. And I've written country songs years ago and stuff, but I grew up herding cattle, hauling hay and mending fences and riding rodeo and stuff like that. And so a lot
We
of
would have
those-
never known.
yeah, I know it's
Never
difficult to believe that. You know, and so I just kind of started looking at different styles of songs and writings from, I guess, from the countryside, even more than just the cowboy and western. And there is a difference between country and western.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Big time.
and I guess one of my the first album I was trying to put more western back into country, you know, and stuff. And so,
There's a difference between western and swing. And western, swing.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
one came out of the other, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and so this was actually one of the country songs I looked at when I started writing. I thought, this is more of a country type song, and this is called Nothing More. Standing on the seawall down in Galveston, people dance and just watch people dance in that song.
Oh yeah.
And I think George Strait should pick it up. You know?
Yeah. Let's have him do that.
Tell us about 2 Days Out.
That's kind of a. There's actually another story behind that song. A number of us Texas artists have spent time out in Nash Vegas, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at this songwriting seminar and all that stuff years ago, and I remember I did this song, and the guy goes, "You can't put moo in a song," and I go, "But I did." I mean, I'm a cowboy singer-songwriter, so I put the song, moo in a song
Put
and
it
stuff.
in there if you want to.
Yeah, I said, I think I have that latitude to be able to do that. So, but the great thing is about 4 or 5 years after that, this song was nominated for Song of the Year by the Academy of Western Artists of America.
Yay!
And, and I was excited, you know, just to be nominated, but I guess more so because I was up against some legends in cowboy music. People like Don Edwards and Red Steagall and Michael Martin Murphy, you know, the people that I've had opportunities to play with and stuff like that. So, but anyway, that song came out, and you know, having worked in cattle and hauling hay and stuff like that. I mean, there's days that I remember being out there, you know, working cows and the weather being cold and stuff, and this song basically came from those days. I've been out moving cows for over 3 weeks now. Snow's on the Panhandle hills. Winter has blown in and it's cold to the bone, but a bedroll keeps me warm from the chill. And I'm still 2 days out from my home and my family. Christmas is 3 days away, but I still listen to the cattle as they move in the night and pretend they're Christmas songs as I pray. I'm an old Texas cowboy, I've been all my life, and I've seen all kinds of change, but the love of a good wife and my family have kept me from going insane. As I walk the night shift, the cows huddle together to stay warm for the night. As I stare into the heavens at the stars in the sky, and I think they're my own Christmas lights. Out in the distance I see a light in the window of my home just up ahead, and the smell from the chimney, oh, it warms my senses, knowing soon I'll be in my own bed. Now I'm no longer out from my home and my family. Christmas is just the next day, but I still listen to the cattle as they move in the night and pretend they're Christmas songs as I pray.
Well, I gotta say that is moo.
Moo, yeah. You know, it's funny how you say that, because there's the number of the fans and that are out there, stuff like that. And at the end of the song, they all do that. They go, moo. After I tell that story. They really do.
Helen,
That's awesome.
Helen has an
I love
adoration
cows.
thing with
Oh my
cows.
gosh, I love them.
I mean, we were in Costa Rica driving up through the mountains and through the coffee
Costa Rica.
plantations, and Helen has to stop on the side of the road to see a cow.
Well, the cow was on the side of the road. It was right there at the road. I was like, let me out.
Yes.
And he's like, he's just going to charge
You and I grew up at a time when the singing cowboys were happening. I mean, we grew up with Hoppy, Jenny, and Roy, and
Oh, yeah.
And after, you and I probably don't remember Tom Mix, but we heard about him.
Oh, yeah.
That whole thing. And I love seeing a genre kept alive, and you're doing that well.
Yes.
Our friend Jim Nitschke is another one. Jim's been doing it for
Oh,
a
yeah.
long time, and like you mentioned, Michael Martin Murphy, who
Sure.
he really went from what I would consider more folk to that.
Yeah, which is like John Denver. You know, more of the
yeah.
folk and the type and stuff like that. And then,
Yeah.
and they kind of went to pop, and then, but they kind of held on to some of that stuff.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
now I got to ask you about the next song because I'm intrigued to just how high were you in High Lonesome Cowboy? This is a show and tell time here.
Well, I was high enough to write the song right.
There we go.
Yay.
Correctly, I guess. You know?
Good answer.
Yeah. The funny thing about that song is that people always ask you as a songwriter, they'll go, what influenced you to write a song? You know, what is it? And there's so many different type of influences that when you write a song, and when you hear the song, it sounds nothing like how I was influenced. But it was actually Merle Haggard. It was a Merle Haggard song, and there was just a chord or a note that I heard, you know, in one of his songs, and I went, oh, and so it sounds nothing like a Merle Haggard song, but it was that little note that I heard, that little A, 7th, where I kind of went, oh, I like that chord in that song, and that's how. That's how it came about. I'm just an old, high lonesome cowboy who spent too many days rounding up the strays, and I've burnt many a hide, and I've turned bulls to steers, and I've warmed my family by the campfire way too many years. It's cold, nasty weather, oh, it's hard on my bones, so I'm headed back to my good old Texas home. I know it's been a long dusty trail, and I've moved these herds from Texas to hell, and I spent many a night in 100 cow towns, but there's only one where the blue bonnets ran. So I'll collect my wages, and I'll soon be on my way to where that lone star shines every day. I'm just an old, high lonesome cowboy who spent too many nights alone on the range. So I packed up my Ephemeral and all my gear, yet I'm headed back to my Texas home, and I'll soon be out of here. My pony's saddled, and I'll soon leave this North Burr, and it won't be long I'll be down in Fort Worth. Thank you so much.
Like it.
Thank you.
Man, that's hard. That picking's hard to do, isn't it?
Sometimes it gets that way. Sometimes little sausages don't work like they should. You know? Sometimes you got to make up for
Did
it.
a
you know?
great
Working well
job.
tonight.
Thank you.
Your next song's called Bible in the Belt, which is an awesome title.
Thank you.
And you wrote this with who?
Well, I'm gonna. It was Rory Feek, but I can't really
Rory
talk. I
Feek?
can't talk a whole lot about that because
Okay.
some other situations.
Okay.
But it was something that happened like 20 years ago,
Oh, okay.
and so. But we'll just go with
Yeah, no, I know who he is.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's all I can say about it. But
Okay.
I'm happy to be part of it. And anyway, it's done well on the radio, and I've been happy to hear it when people go, "Hey, I heard your song on the radio." So anyway,
Yay.
but all I can say is that he wrote a great song.
He what?
No, I'll leave it there. Later. Yeah, it was a great song. So.
Well, I love the title. Can't wait to hear the song.
But anyway, I guess how I love to start the song off is that, how things have changed in the world and stuff like that. Proverbs 22:15 says that a child is going to be rambunctious at one time or another, but the rod of correction will straighten that out or keep that from far away. And this is how it used to be, and this is how now I still think it should be. They were both made of leather, both black and fragrant warm. I was brought up to respect them since the day that I was born. When we came here from England, it'd been handed down for years. The other one was ordered from catalog to Sears. One my mama ran to me, tore well into my jeans. I thought all the other one was rolled up daddy jeans. Till I told her I learned it had another purpose too. Out behind the shed, my daddy said, "This will hurt me more than you." One had my daddy's name on it, the other said King James. And with love they taught us a lesson, and we feared them both the same. One led us to heaven, and the other left the well. But those were the days when kids were raised with a Bible and a bell. I remember when I was 12, I stole a dime store comic book, and our mama read what the scripture said, take back what it took. Then I refused, and my daddy grabbed my arm and said, "Come on." I needed more than he knew than just Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Sometimes they made me cry, sometimes they made me fight and mad. I wish I'd been raised without them, by some other people had. And now I'm grown with a daughter of my own, and I know just how that felt. And what it seems to me, what the world still needs, is a Bible and a bell. One had my daddy's name on it, the other said King James. And with love they taught us a lesson, and we feared them both the same. One led us to heaven, and the other hurt like hell. But those were the days when kids were raised with a Bible and a bell. One had my daddy's name on it, the other said King James. With love they taught us a lesson, and we feared them both the same. One led us to heaven, and the other hurt like hell. But those were the days when kids were raised with a Bible and a bell. With a Bible and a bell. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great song. I sure got my share of the belt
Thank
too.
you. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Your next song is Mi Compadre.
Compadres. Well, you grow up in Texas. And this is actually a song about friendship. And me habla español un poquito, lo estudiante en la casa. And so I speak a little Spanish. And so, I've always wanted to write a song that would have some Spanish in it, because it just seems to be part of the Texas culture in general. you know. And so this is what came out of that song, con mi compadres. Muchas gracias, amigos bonitas y señoritas, guapos hombres, mi nueva respectores musical, mi compadres y caballeros y vaqueros. Stood there between the barn doors, tobacco stained shirt buttoned to the neck. Said, I'm going for a ride, should be back a little after sunset. There's some friends I need to talk to, it's been so long. And I feel I need to say something to them before my time is gone. Saddled up his horse, it took him a little longer than before. See, he hit the century age, the day marked year 4. Then he headed for the border, had himself an hour or two to ride. Many friends of his went to Mexico to live, some to hide. He made it down to Mexico and he stood there by the Rio Grande. Took his hat off in reverence and slowly he began. Mi compadres y caballeros, yo te extraño, yo te viete en el cielo. From his dusty saddlebags, he pulled out a bottle of Old Perot. Then he popped the cork, took a snort solo. Mi amigo vaquero. Many things have changed in our lives. The friends, they come and go. And I feel we have gone away like the wind and the buffalo. Mi compadres y caballeros, yo te extraño, yo te viete en el cielo. And this is what I said. En el cielo muy pronto. Thank you, muchas gracias.
Sí, señor.
Thank you so much. appreciate that.
Since we're in that mode, me compadres.
Me
Tell me about
compadres.
it.
My friends. What's that?
That's the
Tell
one
me
he
about
just did.
this. Oh, that's the one you just did. I thought you said, okay. My bad. Okay.
Tonight we ride.
Tonight we ride. Okay,
Yes.
so tell me about that one. My bad.
Um.
I was busy sharing Facebook with a bunch of people for you, so,
Oh well, they
including to you, David.
Yes.
I would love to say that I wrote this one, but I didn't write this one. But I've known Tom for a while. But he's to me is one of the true American singer songwriters, and true to the cowboy music and all that stuff too. But he's just it's just one of those songs that when I was putting the album together, and my good buddy Brian Burns helped me produce
we
the
know
last
Brian.
helped
He's
me
great.
produce the last this last record and stuff, and I had this dream. You know, I already had a title, another song I was going to do, Between the Red and the Rio, as the title, and I'll probably go on the next record. But anyway, I had this dream that I did this song, and the next morning I got up, and the next day I went to the studio, and I told Brian about this dream, stuff like that, and said, we need to, and I said, I'm going to do this song, but I want you to do it with me as a duet. And he said, well, I don't know if my voice is blah, 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 blah. And I said, no, I think we can do it. And and actually what happened is that after that afternoon, I went home, came back the next day, he'd already laid down most all the tracks and stuff all together. He goes, I was so excited about doing that. And so if you haven't picked up the Highlands and Cowboy album, get it to hear this Tonight We Ride.
And where do they get that album, by the way? Tell everybody where they can get it.
Well, you can actually find it on all the other iTunes, Amazon.com, all the other kind of things. I got them in the back of my car.
Okay.
And
running down on the highway.
yeah, you can pull me over. BrettWattsMusic.com.
Okay.
All right.
You can find them definitely at all my shows.
Okay.
But you can also buy them off of my website and all that good stuff.
And we do want to give a big shout out to Brian Burns too,
Yes.
because I know his health hadn't been real good lately, and God, we just love him to death, and we look forward to him coming back in the studio
Absolutely.
again.
Okay, yeah, no, Brian, I've been friends a long time.
Yeah.
he's
Help get him back
great
in
guy.
here for us.
Yeah,
'cause
oh, I'd love to do that. Yeah.
I've always wanted him and George Inslee to do a show because to me they're two.
Who's that?
George Inslee.
Oh yeah.
I just thought, Brian and George, they've never done a show, and that's what I want to see, a song swap between those two.
Oh yeah. And I've done so many songs with Brian throughout the years. It's just
Well, maybe that's what we need to do.
Bring Brett
Yeah.
in with Brian.
Okay, you work on it, I'll work
Okay.
on
we
it.
could do that. We'll see what
In
we
the
can do about
meantime-
that.
Tonight
Yeah.
we ride.
Anjouvi across the border in the year of odd 16. The people of Columbus still hear him writing through their dreams. He killed 17 civilians, you could hear the women scream. Blackjack version on a dancing horse, waiting in the wings. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. We'll skin old Pancho Villa, make shots out of his hide. Julius or C.A. Taylor Watt, and his 27 pride. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. We rode for 3 long years till electric called it quits. When Jackie wasn't looking, I stole his spines they bit. It was tied upon his stallion, so I rode away on it. Through the wild Chihuahuan desert, sooner you couldn't spit. Tonight we ride, you bastards dare. We'll kill the wild Apache for the bounty on his hair. And we'll ride into the Durango, climb up the poorhouse stairs. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Let's ride, yeah! When I'm too damn old to sit a horse, I'll steal the warden's car. Break my ass out of this prison, leave my teeth there in a jar. You don't need no teeth for kissing gals or smoking cheap cigars. I'll sleep with one eye open, we've got celestial stars. Tonight we rock, oh, tonight we roll. We'll rob the Juarez liquor store for the rape beside a gold. If we drink ourselves to death, ain't that the cowboy way to go? Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Tonight we fly, we're headed west. For the mountain and the oceans where the eagle makes his nest. And if our long waits on the desert, we'll consider we are blessed. Tonight we ride, tonight we ride. Let's ride. Yeah! will ride, and I will ride.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a
Appreciate that.
good one.
Thank you. Oh yeah, it's a great song.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Great song.
You have another song called Who I Used to Be. You got a secret to tell us about?
Well, it's one of my newer songs. Okay.
Okay.
And I was it's kind of a serious song, I guess, but consider From Tonight We Ride is a little bit serious now. There was some thought put into this. I was watching the news, and I got to seeing about how some of the veterans had been treated throughout the year. Some of them and I also looked back at my age, and I looked at when I was sitting at the dinner table with my mother and filling out the draft card. And my draft number was 256, and I still remember that from the day of 256. I mean, it'd been a lot higher than the other ones, but if I wasn't in college, then I would have been drafted, and that's what we had to do. And I started calculating the years and stuff, and so I kind of used kind of my age and my years and stuff. And but then I was watching the news, and I started seeing how some of these veterans were treated, and you know, whether they bring it on themselves or they don't or whatever, but I think there were some things that I think that they could have been treated different.
Yes.
And like I said, this is a very new song, and I added some new lyrics to it, so I'm going to try to do my very best to try to remember them because I haven't sung it enough. But anyway, this is Who I Used to Be. Curled up on the corner of a downtown street again. Cardboard sign says help, I'm a Navy veteran. I spent my 18th birthday in the jungles, Vietnam, my 35th desert storm in the sand. It's so hard to understand just how they treated me. My heart breaks daily, they've forgotten who I used to be. Knee deep in the rice fields where it rained for days and days. It was all I can do to stay dry in this God-forsaken place. And when the sun finally came out, it was hotter than hell, and I lost my boot camp buddy on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. It's so hard to understand just how they treated me. My heart breaks daily, they've forgotten who I used to be. The sandstorm lasts forever, took the paint right off our tank, and the heat was so unbearable, and we barely got a thanks. Al-Qaeda has no respect for women, children, and our shock and awe, and then strap a bomb to their own child and say it's for the sake of Allah. It's so hard to understand just how they treated me. My heart breaks daily, they've forgotten who I used to be. I roam the streets of Dallas where a fall becomes my home, and I beg for meals and shelter, and I'm mostly all alone. And I've written to our government just begging for my fair share. Their response truly tells me they don't care. It's so hard to understand shipwrecks daily, they've forgotten who they used to be. I'd be better off if I was never born here, you see. I'd be treated better if I was a refugee, curled up on the corner of a downtown street again. Cardboard sign says help. I'm a Navy veteran. I spent my 18th birthday in the jungles of Vietnam, my 35th desert storm in the sand. My 35th desert storm in the sand. Thank you.
Really good song.
you.
Really good.
Thank you. I
Really,
appreciate
really good.
that. Yeah, thank you.
I like the
Especially-
messaging there.
Especially since you hadn't been in the service, it almost the way you deliver the song makes you sound like you're the vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dealt with a number of the service guys, and you know, I'm also a pilot and learned how to fly helicopters when I was 15 and 16
Oh,
years
wow.
old. And so I worked with a couple of Vietnam veterans, stuff like that, and flying and learning how to fly with them, and taking them from different places and back, and learning from them as pilots too. So it was,
Yeah.
so I got to, I was kind of around some of that stuff. So,
Yeah. Well, you captured it very, very well in that
Thank you.
song. Your next song is "The Old Cowboy."
The old cowboy, the old cowboy. It speaks for itself. I mean, it is just a cowboy song. It just, you know, just how it works, and just the old cowboy. Cowboy song. Well, he had us whiskey, and I had my tape recorder. Said, son, say when you're set to go. What a story about the old time cowboys. Where you're looking at a man that ought to know. I earned my wage from Austin to Missoula. Back then you didn't do it for the pay. Just felt good to be in that life. Kind of way. Was it hard work? Hard worth doing? Was it lonely? No, that was solitude. And I once loved a woman, sweet Montana Rose, though I don't suppose she ever knew. I got few regrets, I just live the way I do, but that's one place I'd like to ride back through. Well, the winter rains, they can cut a man to ribbons, and the July dust, it can choke you half to death. Them snakes and grizzly bears and holes your horse can step in, while riding watch with a whiskey on your breath. Where a man lived by wits and by his word, and the day was over when your work was done. And I once loved a woman, sweet Montana Rose, though I don't suppose she ever knew. I got few regrets, I just live the way I do. That's one place I'd like to ride back to. Well, he shook my hand and he put on his hat and slicker. Said, son, there's still some things that an old cowboy can do. You got words to write, maybe some sweet things just waiting. 'Cause As I was once a young man like you, and I once loved a woman sweet Montana road, though I don't suppose she ever knew. I got few regrets, I just live the way I do, but that's one place I'd like to run back to. That's one place I'd like to ride back to. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Well, we are coming to the close of this wonderful
I know, I hate it,
musical
but-
festival here. And
Little cowboy gathering, huh? Yeah.
yeah, and it's just been great having you in here,
Thank you.
and I hope to see more of you.
No, I'd love it. I'm honored. Thank you guys so much for inviting me, man. You guys are wonderful. Love your place. This is cool.
Thank you.
It really
Thank
is
you so
cool.
much. Well, your last song of the evening is going to be Gringo's Delight.
Okay, this is how I end a lot of my shows. We're gonna go. It's just one of those cowboy along the border type of songs that, you know, I was playing with some chords and this is how it kind of came out. And we'll go south of the border on this one. Across the Rio Grande from El Paso, Cantina Angelina is where they would go to find the senorita with eyes dark as the night, who would dance and swirl for the Gringo Delight. Angelina was known for one across the border town, a woman built for pleasure and known to get around. Yeah, legends of the night known to Mexico, all young men from Texas all dream they can go. Across the Rio Grande from El Paso, Cantina Angelina is where they would go to find a senorita with eyes dark as the night, who would dance and swirl for the Gringo Delight. No one man can tame her, though many cowboys tried. The legends even said that a few of them died. Well, they partied through the night and they danced till they couldn't stand. But the story said that some were never seen again. Across the Rio Grande from El Paso, Cantina Angelina is where they would go to find the senorita with eyes dark as the night, who would dance and swirl for the Gringo Delight. Then one night it happened, the story I was told. A tall blonde-haired cowboy striking in bold pushed his way through the cantina doors, headed Angelina's way. And he spoke only a few words, then walked away. Then silence filled the room as she stood there. It seemed like an eternity, something we'd never seen. Then like a bolt of lightning, she crashed through their doors, swung up behind on the cowboy's horse and was seen. nevermore. Well, the townsfolk said that Texas is where she was led, and still to this day, no one knows what that cowboy said. Yeah.
I'm sure glad I was back in the back on that song.
Yeah,
Good. You will stand up. I know
I was
that's
chasing that one all the way.
Thank you guys so much. I'm honored for this.
Brett, thank
coming
you
out here.
so much. It's been awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
I also want to thank Gina Barber, who are our photographers that
Oh, yes.
get all the great pictures
Thank
that
you.
are on our website.
Also, y'all, you need to make sure you take a listen to the other set that's going to be in here of the interview, because it's going to be an interesting discussion with this young man.
Yes, it will. Also want to thank our studio audience tonight. And,
Oh yeah, everybody all out there in Facebook land
There
and
you
everywhere
go.
else in the internet world.
That's
Yeah.
right. And definitely you people that tune in all the time and listen, keep on coming back because we've got great stuff ahead. And you are in the music room.